Starting off today with 1,000 lemons. It's no coffee ASMR, but it will have to do. Well, that was very unsatisfying, wasn't it? Thought it would be a little bit more of an oomph, but cheers, lads. Off to Yashio factory we go. Tadaima, I'm home. What is there a JZX 100 there for? That's pretty interesting. Oh boy, I'm pumped. Oh boy. That's my car back from the paint shop. I'm way too excited. You know what that means? Today, we're gonna do the color reveal. Oh boy. Oh, I'm so excited about that. I wonder if Aku-chan will let me leave my Skyline here and let me drive that home tonight. Anyways, let's get the Yashio factory, say hi to everyone, see what we're doing today, and then I guess reveal the color to you guys on the S15. Okay, so today, pretty busy around here. This customer's getting alignment after he had a little bit of a sideswipe incident. I think I showed you in the last video, his rear wheel was cracked and damaged. So he ended up going for some brand new Yokohama Advan RG3 wheels. They look really nice in that dark kind of bronzy color. Looks epic. So that's all aligned and finished. So customer will probably get that tomorrow. But this thing arrived today, which is super cool. I wish it was for my Skyline, but it's not. It is an R33 transmission, gearbox, 5-speed, but it's been completely rebuilt and overhauled by these guys over at Nagano. They're called Nagano Techno. Some of you guys may know that workshop down in Nagano, I don't know, but these guys completely overhauled and rebuilt the gearbox, all new gear sets and everything. They're all like forged ones too, so they'll handle a lot more abuse. I think Aku-chan said he paid like $4 grand for this whole transmission to be built, which is pretty pricey, but it means he's not going to have any transmission issues when he's trying to put 500 horsepower from an SR, HKS 2.2 liter stroked SR into like a 6-speed or a 5-speed Silvia transmission. So going to a much stronger box, obviously that's needed. And a lot of guys don't run CD09s over here because it's just too much of a pain in the ass, and they don't like how short the gate, your shifting gate is on it. It means that you increase your chances of misshifting a lot. So everyone generally runs an RB25 R33 transmission. So we're just waiting for the adapter plate to arrive. In the next few days, this all has to go into this car. This car has to get off the hoist, and then we need to put the white car on here so we can do all the transmission and clutch stuff to get this thing on there. You'll also notice the shifter's a little bit dog-legged here, and that's obviously to compensate for the hole placement and stuff for where the shifter needs to be in the chassis. Anyways, enough talking. We got a lot of stuff to do. We're gonna finish up with this customer's car, and then we're gonna move my S15 in, and I'm gonna get some shots and reveal the color to you guys, which I'm probably most excited about with this video. And the next thing I'm most excited about is I'm probably gonna be able to drive this thing home, so that's pretty exciting too. So it's been a little bit of time now. We had to finish those customers' cars off before we could make space in the workshop for me to bring the car in and reveal it to you. And I'm actually really interested to see your responses, because some of you guys actually did guess it in the comment section. A lot of you were just completely far off. But without further ado, how about I'm gonna bring and drive the car into the workshop. I think that's the best way to kind of reveal it, and we'll get some beauty shots after that. But nonetheless, for now, let's just show you the car and you guys can tell me what you think. So for any of you guys that thought I wasn't gonna paint this pink, you're crazy. Absolutely crazy. Of course, one doesn't build a Yashio factory spec car without it being pink. Come on, it doesn't take much brains. No, I'm joking. Anyways, there's a few little differences about how this paint job was done compared to the other ones that Aku-chan has here. And we'll show you that in a little bit, but for now I think what's important is beauty shots. So let's get some of those. All about that thumbnail life. He's trying his best for me. So I hope you guys enjoyed those beauty shots. I didn't really know what or how to film them because I'm so excited. My brain's just kind of a mess right now. But nonetheless, I'm literally like a kid in a candy store. I cannot believe that this S15 is mine, and it's a Yashio factory spec one at that. We've still got a lot of work to do. We've got to change these headlights to normal ones with black inside them instead of blue. And obviously cage and things like that, an interior new dashboard and stuff needs to happen. But oh man, this thing is beautiful. So let's talk about the paint a little bit. So it's a candy pink. Candy paint is very difficult to paint in the sense of you need to paint everything with the same batch and the same mix. Even if your strokes are off, it'll make the panels look different. So fenders and the hood were painted at different times. So there is a tiny bit of a difference there. The camera doesn't do it justice. Hopefully I can get this in the light and the sun tomorrow and I can show you guys what it looks like in the daylight. But you really can't tell unless you look really closely. And at the end of the day, this car's getting a livery wrap on there as well. And it's a drift car. So it wasn't like I was gonna spend over like, you know, $10,000 on a crazy good paint job to make this thing perfect, because it's gonna be getting resprayed a lot in the future because of crashes and repairs and stuff like that, right? It's just inevitable. With drifting, it's not a case of if it will happen, it's when it's gonna happen. So looking over the car here, you can see we did the black here on this part of the bumper, which suits really nicely with the exhaust and everything. And you see this on all of Oku-chan's cars, the way he paints them. So that looks really nice in the rear end there. Coming through, he obviously put the cover on there for me. So that looks epic. And then moving through here, I mean, I don't really know what else to say, but everything just looks awesome on this. I'm so in love, it's ridiculous. You guys are probably wondering about this. Now, typically on Oku-chan's cars, normally a lot of his cars don't have the hood painted at all. This one he had it painted, but the vent itself was exposed and the black color. And then on his daily car, which is outside, he had the entire thing painted. Now, I said to Oku-chan, omakase, which means I'm in your care, you decide what you want to do. And he said he wanted to paint this one with just this part of the carbon hood exposed for the vent. And you know what? At first, when I first saw it, I wasn't all that keen. But now that I've kind of like looked at it a bit and I'm imagining the livery wrap that we're going with on this, I really like it. I'm sure you guys obviously all have your opinions on it as well, but I'm kind of really starting to dig it a lot. So I'm actually happy we did that in the end, because I think with the livery, it's going to look sick. And overall, I mean, the car's pink. I don't know what else to tell you guys. I feel a little bit more feminine when I sit in the car. I definitely feel like a little bit less manly when I sit in the car and drive it around. But in all honesty, I don't care. And I'm excited because it's pink. It's a Yashio factory car through and through. And it's just going to even become more and more of a Yashio factory car as we throw the livery wrap and everything on like that. So I'm going to be driving this home tonight, which is going to be fun. So lots of pulls and hitting gate on the way home. But I do want to look under the hood as well. So we obviously didn't get the engine bay painted because, I mean, we're not taking the engine out. So we still got the original gray paint in here. But in the future, when this engine does come out, because we do have some plans to probably put a stroker 2.2 in this at some point in the future, or even go down the route of something crazy like a 6-cylinder. But this thing looks epic. One of the next things you'll see us working on is going to be the engine cover. We're going to be putting one of these bad boys on here, which is all wrapped up here. We'll leave that for another video. It's a big surprise, but it's insane how epic those engine covers look. So we'll definitely be putting that on there and doing a video of that probably tomorrow, actually. Anyways, with that, I think I'm going to pack up and hang out with the guys. We might go get dinner and then we'll head home, and then we're going to do some cool cruises with this. I can't wait to hit gate with this. It sounds so mental. Oh man, I'm way too excited. So we just finished with dinner. Time to head home. And boy, oh boy, it feels weird getting in a pink car to head home. That's for sure. Gonna take a while to get used to that, I think. But I am so excited about driving this home. You guys have no idea. Well, you probably have some idea. I don't even know what I'm trying to say. I just am really excited. I want to drive this thing as long and as much as I can. All right, let's get out of here. This thing is ridiculous. Oh my gosh. Why have I waited this long for an SR in my life? Woo! Oh my lord. This feels incredible. Goodbye, Skyline. Hello, Silvia. I've driven this car now for about another 30 minutes, and now that pretty much I can rev this thing out to wherever I want, the thing is just a monster. Hang on, we're in a tunnel right now, so let's let her eat. Oh my gosh! This thing is amazing! Man, why have I been playing with Skylines for so long? No Skyline feels like this. As I was saying before I got interrupted by the fact of wanting to do tunnel pulls, so I've been driving the car for a little bit now, and there's definitely a few things that we need to touch up on. I can smell a little bit of trans fluid, so most likely the rear seal is probably leaking a bit of trans fluid. It only happens under high load, like when I'm boosting it like crazy. So I'll need to look at that tomorrow and probably get one of those, it'll be like where the tail / propeller shaft connects to the gearbox. That little seal in there, sometimes they wear out if they're left sitting for a very, 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 very long time. So that's probably what that smell is. I did check, I already pulled all this out and checked like the shift knob and stuff. It's not leaking from here, so it's definitely probably the seal on the outside. And otherwise, like just comfort things, like we need to dial in the coilovers. I haven't changed the damper settings at all, so I completely forgot to do that when I put them in. So they're definitely unbalanced right now. I can especially feel how unbalanced they are with damper settings. When I put my foot on the brake, the car kind of wants to veer to the left a little bit in the front end. So hopefully I'll get those damper settings adjusted in maybe tomorrow morning before I head to Yashio factory. And otherwise, just a few more things, like obviously interior wise, we want to tidy it up, and I just want to make it like a little bit more comfortable on the inside, because I will be obviously driving to tracks, and that's a pretty long drive and stuff like that. Make it a little bit more comfortable. We need to put a double din head unit in here. There's currently just a factory single mini disc player one, so we'll rip that out and put a double din in. I think that about wraps it up. Like there's a few vibrations and stuff I need to figure out. I think the exhaust is rubbing on the chassis at some point somewhere under there, or maybe I didn't line the tail shaft up correctly, and maybe that's where the vibration's coming from. So there's just a few little things like that, basic stuff, the things that you'd expect to have to, you know, fix or look at when putting an entire car back together and stuff like that, right? So not really surprised, but man, this thing on power band is nuts. Sorry, I just yawned. It is nuts, absolutely nuts. I've never felt anything like it. It makes me feel silly because I wish I got into SRs a lot sooner. The torque that this thing puts to the ground is just amazing. And third gear in this is incredible. From like literally 3,000 RPM I have torque. Full boost is from 4,000 RPM over, so it's a little bit faster. It's about the same, like full boost is at like 4,000 RPM, same as my Skyline. But this just has way more torque in the bottom end. It's insane. Like this bottom end torque wise eats all over the RB, hands down. So very interesting. I can't wait to take this for the shakedown and do some drifting in it. It's gonna be very cool. I had to do a quick stop at 7-Eleven and just enjoy the view of this thing in this lighting. It is seriously, I did not expect to enjoy this car and love this car as much as I already do. It's actually scaring me because it makes me want to get rid of my Skyline and get another one of these. I cannot, I have no words to express and explain to you how this feels as like a drift car. Well, I haven't drifted it yet, but I know what this is going to feel like. It's because I've driven obviously Oka-chan's cars, but actually to have my own now, and then to be actually like ripping this on the highway and just how much torque this thing has, it's just unbelievable. I cannot wait. Like third gear in this is going to be so easy. Oh man. Anyways, enough ranting. We got ourselves a Georgia 7-Eleven collaboration coffee. I think it's only natural. Fresh paint job. Let's christen this puppy. Some for me and some for her. Don't hate me, but I feel like it needs to be done, because at some point I'm going to definitely spill a bunch of coffee in this thing. All right, I'll clean that off in the morning, but for now I'm just going to sit down, enjoy the view. Maybe I'll go get some napkins and I'll go clean that off, but what did I do that for? Oh man, I feel like an idiot. But I don't know. I feel like that just needs to be a thing. Whenever we get a car on the channel, I think that's how we're going to christen her. We're going to pour some Giorgio coffee on her. All right, I'm just going to enjoy the view. So back home, and I have no words to describe how amazing that car feels and how amazing it feels to me to be finally driving it, being able to rev it out, and knowing that like everything on the like engine wise, like tune wise and stuff is all dialed in. And guys, I don't even know how to express it. Like, I don't know, if you've ever been in my shoes, I'm sure you understand. I don't know what to say. I literally don't. The car is amazing. It's ticked all the boxes I thought it wouldn't. I didn't think it was going to feel as good as it did. I'm scared now because it makes me feel like I never want to drive a Skyline ever again. I mean, obviously, I'm not going to sell the Skyline. The Skyline's I'm always going to be into Skylines. RV is life, don't get me wrong. But this thing is something else, man. And that scares me a little bit. If you guys are as excited as I am, make sure you show it down in the comment section and smash that like button so freaking hard. Don't break any peripherals though, like, you know, don't hurt your mouse or your monitor or your keyboard or anything like that. You know, you want to be able to play some League of Legends or something after, I don't know. Anyways, I literally have no idea how to explain how I feel. The car is amazing. I can't wait for the shakedown on the 16th to take this thing drifting. There's so much happening this week and next week. Yeah, I don't know. Anyways, guys, thanks for watching. Make sure you like, comment, share, and subscribe. I'll catch you on the next one. Peace out. Ciao, mata.